I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody. It's fun to see all the support. We will start by swearing in our new board members. So if our new board members would please stand. Our new board members and returning board members, yes. Neil Score, Angie Hoffman, and Mary Jo Dorman. So repeat after me.
You need to raise your hands.
Yes, please do. Sorry. Cheat sheet didn't have that on that. So I state your name.
I, Angie Hoffman,
Swear that I will support
swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States and of this state,
Constitutions of the United States and this state,
and that I will discharge faithfully
and that I will
discharge faithfully
the duties of the office of school board member
the duties of the office of the school board member,
of Independent School District Number 241
Independent School District number 241,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of
my judgment and ability.
Welcome. And welcome back. Yeah. All right, so before I ask for approval of today's agenda, we are going to make a correction in the numbering. It is the action items under 5.1 and 5.2 is 6, and it will be 6.1 through 6.8 instead of 5.1 through 5.8. Any other additions?
Yes, I would like to add 7.1, where we just have a chance to talk about the upcoming MSBA conference.
We will add that at 7.1. Is there a motion with the amendments?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion to approve today's, and seconded to approve today's minutes. Please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, agenda is approved. First order of business is 5.1 to the 2025 board officers and committee representatives. Our first, and I think procedures are up on the screen, sorry for how small they are. So tonight I'm acting chair until the chair is elected, and so I will start by asking for nominations for chair.
I'd like to nominate Dave Klott for chair.
Any other nominations for chair?
I'll nominate Gary Schindler.
I would not accept the nomination. I'll withdraw my name.
Nomination.
Any other nominations for chair? Okay, nominations will cease. We can, at any time you can reopen, but we will vote now. Yeah,
We
let's do
can
roll call.
cast
Yep.
unanimous ballot.
Director Score,
Aye. Or, I'm voting for
Chair.
the
I'm sorry.
nomination of, how about if I move that we cast an
Thank you.
unanimous ballot?
Yes,
Can I do
that's
that?
right.
Thank you.
Yes, sorry.
I'll second.
All right, we'll do a roll call vote.
On that motion.
We're gonna do paper ballot.
Seems like it did. No big deal.
Dave Platt, 7. Votes.
Perfect. Thank you. Congratulations, Dave. No, this is the to turn people off and on. You'll learn about that. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much. It's going to be an interesting year, as we all know, and a busy year, but it should be a fun year too, to make things work again for us here at 2:41. So, all right, we'll move on then to vice chair, and so I'll open that up for nominations.
I would like to nominate Gary Schindler.
I'd like to nominate Mary Jo Dorman.
I will withdraw my name.
Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Okay. Gary. Vote on that. We should. Let's vote.
Dave, for clarification, point of order, can I ask a question?
Sure, yeah.
As a new school board member, is there any regulation around not having participated any phase training or been on the school board before becoming an officer?
Not to my knowledge, there is not. I mean, if you don't complete the phases, phases 1 and 2, you can't be reelected to the school board, but I haven't seen, frankly, I didn't ask that question to MSBA. I didn't know I'd be in that position, but I have not seen that before. Good question. Okay, next office would be for the clerk, so I'll open that up for nominations also.
I nominate Angie Hoffman, sorry, Angie. Been at a lot of board meetings, get the Angies confused.
Any other nominations for clerk? Any other nominations for clerk? And a third, any other nominations for clerk? All right, seeing none, then I believe we can take that as a voice vote. All those in favor of Angie Hoffman as clerk signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And oppose the same sign. Okay, Angie, you're the clerk. All right, and now I would like to take nominations for treasurer.
I nominate Gary Schindler for treasurer.
Are there any other nominations for treasurer? Any other nominations for treasurer? And are there any other nominations for treasurer? Okay. Seeing none, now we'll do a voice vote on that. All those in favor of Gary Schindler being our treasurer for 25 signify by saying aye. Aye. And oppose the same. As I forgot to mention before, that would be 7-0 then. All right. All right, next is for our committees, our standing committees. And this year, in the past, going back probably before me somewhere, we had chair people for those committees. So I think as we go, I mean, it's pretty much finance gets led by our executive finance director and things. However, as a board member, I think we want to make sure we point out a chair in each of our main 3 committees. So Finance Committee, Gary?
I'd like to continue serving because the learning curve is so high, and I think I'm finally getting a handle on how state finances work.
Yep.
Boy, that's an overstatement.
Super. And as treasurer, I would hope you'd be the chairperson.
There we go.
Okay. Gosh, that makes it easy. I wish they're all like that. Neil, would you like to continue?
If the board is willing, yes, I, similar to Gary, have been on that since we get go, I think.
I would like to maintain on that, but if there is someone else, we can sure discuss that. I don't mind.
And I would commit to that also.
Oh.
If he wants to, if he would like to be on the committee, I would not stand it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. So there, I guess we do have responsibilities there. So that would be the 3-member committee there. Then would be Gary Schindler as chair, and Neil Score, and myself on finance. Okay, so let's go to the policy committee. Was that the next one? Roll that one back, whoever's doing our rolling. Darcy? All right. So we've got, again, three positions on that. And now we've got, we had Gary, Kim, and Davey on that. Would,
Chairman Cloud, I'd like to continue serving on policy.
I would too.
One of my favorite things.
okay,
I would too.
I've been on that one for a couple of years. I'm willing to let someone else join if they are interested in joining that committee, for sure.
okay.
I'd be interested in joining if no one else is interested.
Okay. We can have 3 because of the open meeting. However, that doesn't mean that, I believe a person can attend but may have no, how can I say, no input. So we can see, we could keep you as in the reserve. Does that sound good? Because we can just have the 3.
Davey's leaving.
I can.
Oh, Dave, you said you would. Oh, my bad. That's me here. Yeah, okay. Davey, that's fine. That's right. I am. Okay, so then that would be good. Gary, Kim, and Angie.
If that were to come up. And I think another possible alternative would be to schedule it such that all 4 of the members would never be there at the same time. That, I mean, if it comes up and if we have 4 people that really want to be involved,
Okay, yeah,
as long as they're not together 4 at a time,
okay,
as I understand the open meeting.
okay.
Yeah, to clarify, it's 4 members in attendance does warrant an open meeting, and so
Right.
that's why, even if they're not discussing or part of the discussion, so.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. And facilities. So we've got Davey and Angie Bruce is retired from the board, so.
I'd like to stay on that one.
Okay. Good. Anyone else?
I can replace Bruce on that.
Okay. Mary Jo then would like to replace Bruce, and Angie, would you like to?
I'm happy on that committee, but I can leave if someone else wants to join it.
All right, well, let's go with those 3. You know what, Davey? Would you like to chair that one? Sure. Why don't we do that? And policy, my mistake on that. Let's go back. Let's let Kim, why don't you go ahead and
I'd be happy to.
hear that one? Okay. Now we've got some other committees that we have. Neil, would you like to continue on with the MSHSL or?
You know, yes, but it seems like I got discontinued last year. I do not know why. I assumed that there was some Paul, do you have any insight into that? I'd stopped getting invitations to the meetings. Must have been, might have been something I said at
It's
one of the
after 50
meetings.
years, Neil.
That's a committee that's run by a former athletic director at Rochester, John Marshall, Gary.
So to clarify, Director Score, I believe that is the region committee that you were a member of, but you were also our district's representative to the high school league, should we have any appeals processes internally in the district. So I think served in two roles there. So the one listed here would be for our district's appeals committee if we needed. So.
They don't have many meetings, do they? No.
So what you're saying is that I wasn't even aware that we have two distinct categories of Minnesota State High School League involvement?
Two purposes. This position was for the committee or appeals committee internally for the district, and then the other committee you were standing member of was a rotational basis with members of the region.
Okay, so which one does this one?
Should be internally.
This is the internally one, so I would not be invited to Gary Addington's Section 1AA?
No.
All right, well, it doesn't take much to confuse me.
Not unless you can get that at-large bid that they don't give out to anyone unless you're in a community of less than 25,000, so, just kidding. And then Kim, if I remember, didn't you hand out medals a couple years ago too when we, okay, so you.
The baseball team, you get to hand out medals if we have
Yeah,
a state.
okay.
Yeah, if the athletic director can't be there, or the superintendent, principal, whatever, you share that role. I can play that. Okay.
Okay, the collaborative, the Fremont County Family Services. I know Bruce enjoyed that. Davey, you've done that in the past?
Sue Yost did reach out to me and wanted to make sure that whoever is the main contact, that we get that to her. So I will certainly respond to her with who that is, and I'm happy to be Davey's backup if he can attend.
I tell you what, I think I have an invitation to one meeting for that committee. I don't have much information regarding that committee at all. But yeah, I mean, if probably just didn't get the notifications that I was supposed to get maybe, but I'm happy to continue on.
Is there anyone else that would like to sit with Davey on that committee?
I would.
Okay, Mary Jo would.
I will let Sue know that Davey will be our representative, and then
Mary Jo, okay, super, thank you. Okay, the Schools for Equity and Education. Oh, I'm sorry.
District curriculum.
We missed that one? Oh, yeah, we sure did. Yeah, that's top one. Okay, District Curriculum Committee, we've got, last year was Neil, Angie, and Gary. Oh,
I would be very willing to continue in that committee. I've been on that committee since its inception in the last century.
there you go.
I could,
You get the history. Good, okay.
I'm happy to continue also, but I have been on it for 4 years, so if someone else wants to join in, they certainly could take my spot.
I can serve on that committee.
Would you like?
Yep.
Okay. All right, well, Kim and Angie switch out, all right. All right, now off to the C, the Schools for Equity and Education, and I don't believe there was too many meetings, was there? Kim or Angie?
Angie went more.
You went more, okay.
They do Zoom meetings on Fridays and nights, not every month, but it's maybe every other month. I don't always do the best at getting to them, but they are very interesting. You have state-level speakers from MDE or elected leaders come and speak, and it is interesting.
Would you like to continue?
I certainly can, although if someone wants my spot, they can take it. There's only 2 of us on that one, though.
I think we can both be, I mean, we could both be there, but
Yeah.
one represents.
Right, yep, okay.
I'll be your back.
Also, super. Kim also, thank you. All right, now is pronounced as one of the favorite committees of the year, the Teacher of the Year Committee. Davey, I think you've enjoyed that one.
I have enjoyed that one. I've also been on that one for a couple of years, so I mean, I know Bruce is on, if someone else, or there's 2 new ones that wanna jump on, they sure can.
Okay.
I would sure join it.
Okay. Mary Jo then, okay,
I would join that one. If
okay,
we can do 3.
yep. Okay, now the business and education, is that still monthly? Okay. Would you like to continue? Gary, okay. Kim, would you also?
Yes, I attend for Riverland,
That's-
so I'll just work, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's helpful. Okay, Kim and Gary also. The Austin Elderly Special Ed Cooperative. Anybody, I mean, I was there at inception. Neil, you came on. I just kind of was the backup. You had mentioned once about possibly wanting to,
Yeah, if an opening showed up, I would definitely be interested in that one.
how do you feel about being second?
Oh, I'm
Okay.
perfectly content being second.
What were they meeting still, about once a quarter?
Yeah, I think so, right, and the meetings are all virtual meetings.
Oh, okay.
At least since I've been involved, they have been.
Okay. All right, so Davey and Neil on that, that works. And let's see, then we got Media Center, so committee to review out the materials for the Media Center, and we've got Bruce that was on there with Angie in her 2nd year, so that's a 2-year term, so we technically, you've got 1 more year, and who would like to?
Nope, I just finished my 2nd year.
It was just
But
finishing 2,
in 2
okay.
years, a meeting was never called, so I
Oh.
don't know what it's like.
Curriculum committee took care of it.
Right.
Well, we'll probably better put 1 more name in there.
That looks like it'd be interesting.
All right.
I remember dealing with that when I was department head of the English department.
Okay. All right, Neil. Okay. Don't think I missed any. Yeah, Tanya.
Just so the committee knows, that one is only an as-needed committee, aligned to policy 6065. So if we have the need to reevaluate materials.
So
Right.
policy, as I
So
said,
that's why we haven't
Yeah,
had one in
right.
years. Yep.
kind of takes care of it, and then this, okay, super.
an
Good.
as
You bet,
needed.
thanks for the clarification. All right. I don't think we missed any. All right. Well, let's head into, okay, so that's an action item, so we need to now vote on all the committee representatives. So I'll look for a motion on that also.
I'll
I will
move to,
move to accept the committee members as listed.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose the same sign. Thank you, 7-0. Okay, onto the agenda, item number 6, which is 6.1 through 6.8. It's also an action item, I think,
Do we have to do the board meeting schedule?
meeting schedule, yeah, that didn't show up on there. There we go. The meeting schedule, yes. Do you have that up there, Darcy? You know, I'm just gonna mention as we bring our meeting schedule up, you know, you ever hate to break tradition, but maybe not this year because we're gonna set it here. It can always be amended, but have we ever thought about a Tuesday night so we don't run into Mondays, holidays? Just put that in the back of your mind. It might be a discussion point someday. Like I said, this is all put together and it's fine. We move them around to a Tuesday when we need to. But that should list everything unless there's special meetings. Now, when we get into the superintendent search, we're gonna have some special meetings. We'll talk about that in a little bit too. But that way, everything will be listed on site. So any questions or comments on the meeting schedule? Mary Jo?
I think, I just caught it because I had something scheduled around this date. I think the Monday, January 4th, I think January 4th is a Sunday.
Already in 26, okay.
Is that right, Darcy? The calendar? Just notice that.
You see, you got your little calendar going.
Yeah.
And the 4th is on a Sunday.
It is, okay.
Correction would be January 5th.
5th, yeah.
Okay. Be a change, so yep. So it'd be the 5th then, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that would be a good catch, good change there. Otherwise, everything is pretty much what we've had. Okay. Any other corrections or additions? Okay, seeing none, with the correction of the January organizational meeting next year to the 5th. Yes, to the 5th. Make sure I'm looking, yeah. I'll look for a motion then to accept with that correction. Is there a second?
Second.
And second? Any discussion on the meeting schedule? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same sign. All right. Out of the big print. All right, number 6. Now, there we've got items 6.1 through 6.8. Which you look down your list, it's naming our banks. Paul Durbin as a designee. Darcy, we got our deputy treasurer, Sheila. I mean, take a look. Any questions? It's what we've done each of the years, just got updated names and their positions. Okay. Okay, thank you, Neil. And Angie, second. Any discussion at all? Okay, we'll be voting then again for the entire 6.1 through 6.8. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose the same sign. Okay, passes 7-0. All right. Okay, going on to 7. Did everyone receive the proposal from MSBA? Okay, I'll go ahead and look for a motion to accept them as our search committee, so then we can go into discussion from there.
I'll make a motion to accept the MSBA proposal for the superintendent search.
Second?
Second by Neil. All right. Open to discussion as far as using MSBA for our search engine.
It looks very comprehensive. It looks like, and Dave, you're familiar with this as our rep, but it's very comprehensive in nature, and I think the price hasn't significantly changed since the last time we did this either. So I think makes a lot of sense to do it, and as Barb Dorn had indicated, I think 85% of the searches are done through MSBA.
Up until about 2 years ago, it was kind of, there was a 3 or 4 independent firms, and then MSBA decided to add it as another added feature for being a member of them, and it's come along really well. They've done a nice job, and you're right, the pricing, I was wrong, Neil, when last meeting, I thought it was like 25, it's half of that. And so they're still doing it for and which brings me to part of it, she had asked me about the first part of the process is getting together and deciding on basically our timeframes. And she did give me, she sent me, because I had asked her about this process when I saw the proposal, and she did give me some dates and times that she's available. Now, first thing she asked me, is it better to do it during the day, during the evening? And I said, well, I'm thinking probably the best is when we have our meeting times here, is more toward the evening. So she sent me out a number of days, and it's later in January. Her first availability is January 24th, which is a Friday. And then she's got all day Friday, Saturday the 25th, Tuesday evening only the 28th, Thursday afternoon and evening the 30th, and the same with the 31st. So she does have some availability, and they're filling up with that. Thoughts? Do you guys prefer more of an evening time or morning time, or? I'm sure during the day is a little more difficult, right, Davey and Cam, and yeah.
Evening's probably easier. I'll make anything work.
It's, I visited with my boss today, and he was pretty much into evenings too, so, yeah. He gives me a hard time.
Okay, I can make whatever work too. All those dates work.
Okay. It's about a 2-hour meeting, so we could probably start in that 5 o'clock range, go till 7. You know, if you kind of remember from last time, it's, again, you know, setting timelines and everything like that. Where do we want to search? I mean, with this proposal, there's some little, if we want to go into some different listings throughout the country, we can. There's extra cost to it. I don't believe we did last time. Do you remember, did we add anything, Neil? I don't think we.
And we can, we're still the party that's in charge of conducting this, and they're there to guide us, and they will accommodate pretty much any stipulations or any process that we want.
Okay.
I don't believe we did any à la carte last time.
Yeah, okay, I didn't think we did either, no, they have a fairly widespread net that they cast out there, but again, if we wanted to, we could, so. Friday the 1st is her first availability if we want to make sure we get on the docket, which doesn't mean that we won't list our opening before that time, but to have her come down and set the timeline. So it's a Friday.
She's available the whole day.
She said all day and the evening.
I could do early, later afternoon.
Okay,
It's better because it's Friday.
talking 3:30 on, or
2, 3, whatever.
even,
sure. Yeah.
okay. It's the 24th. Davey, any thoughts on your end? On the Friday, the 24th?
Friday the 1st. Yeah, the 24th, whatever.
We could, okay.
Well, one question, I'm hoping that we don't have to wait for the MSBA for us to post this position. Should be posted now, I would hope, or soon.
We haven't done anything yet, correct, Ashley? Yes, okay.
So
We had to wait
the
for
world knows that we're looking for a
Yes, we
super.
will post, so when.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll check with Barb a little bit on that too, and make sure we get it all. Yep.
The other thing, Chair Clout, when Darcy sent this out, it did say if you have questions, just contact Barb Dorn directly, so I did. And I know when I was on the team to hire Dr. Funk back those many years ago, one of the things we had, and I talked to Barb about this, if she could think about what committees would be important as we try and get more public feedback. And because I know in that interview session we set up with the 3 candidates when Dr. Funk was applying, we had a community group, an administration group, and general staff. So it was teachers, paras, custodians, food service, et cetera. And we we're in a room doing our own interview and the candidates rotated, which is a long day for them. But I think the public really respected the outreach that we did. And so I told her those were the 3 groups we had at that time. I don't know if those are the 3 groups. I'm not suggesting those are the exact ones, but I do think we need to do that,
Good.
as well as the survey
Yeah,
for
no.
all stakeholders in the Overley School District.
Yes. No, I agree. That's, we abbreviated our timeline fairly drastically last time to try to move things up. Right, wrong, indifferent, doesn't matter, but I like that idea. I also like the idea, and I mentioned to Barb the other day of, when we get down into candidates, to drill down into their communities a little bit. Possibly if they're from Blue Earth, Minnesota, somebody would go to Blue Earth, Minnesota and start asking questions. Just get to know them a little bit, give us some ideas, and again, it's all feedback, like you mentioned, if you got 3 groups that are giving you 3 groups of feedback, you got the board that's in here doing the interviews and putting that feedback together, and a survey, those are all good things.
What you suggest is very important. It's, when we start to consider specific candidates, it's a very good idea to have people out there asking community members where this person comes from, and not just, the chair of their school board, but community leaders and the community from whence they come. It's a very good idea.
I think,
A lot of good, and if, I know a lot of coaches around the
Yep.
state, and that's pretty good, well, it's not an absolutely perfect source of information, but, if we can find people that have connections in the communities that these people come from, that's very useful.
and I know, that's a dream of mine to be able to do this. It's kind of old school, but I don't think it's a bad school. And it's going to have to wait till we get to our top 3 or 4, or whatever we decide that number is, because otherwise finalist names can't be public, so. But, if there is 3 of them, we got 6 on a board, we got a couple that can be checking into each community too, or it doesn't matter, we all, again, we can discuss this with Barb, but I'm hoping that we can add some phases.
Yeah, and I agree with Mary Jo. I think it's very important that we have some process whereby we can involve a lot of people other than just us and other than the administrators in our district. Everybody should have a voice in this.
Any other discussion? So back on the date, should we take a stab at the 24th, Friday the 24th, and try to maybe start in that 2 o'clock range? I can check and see, that way we would get it, because she didn't give me any, she just said all day and evening, so we should be pretty good. And that would end up being a meeting here for everyone, and Darcy would report that, so. Okay, well, let me, so I'm gonna give her, okay. All right, I'm sorry. Barb Dorn, yes, still the same one, yes. Okay. And we should, this is fresh with her time, so I don't think we need an alternative date at this point. I'll try to contact her tonight and just say, hey, put us on your schedule and get it going, okay? Any other questions on that? It's pretty, that's probably the best thing, and I think that's what really helped their success, was being able to be very flexible in their search. And again, so I think we'll be able to do the things we'd like to do. We've got time this time. It's not leaving us in March or April or however it turned out last time, so we do have some time in there, but we will get the posting up, so. Okay, any other discussion? All right, so seeing none, all those in favor of MSBA being our search firm signify by saying aye. Aye. And oppose the same sign. And I didn't include the date because I want to get their schedule first so we don't mess up anything here, so we'll let you know definitely, and I should contact her tonight, so should be pretty quick. Okay, and then 7.1 I asked to have added on there just about our MSBA conference, which now, everybody's got this except for, I need to get you guys, I'll have them send out one to you. So it's the 16th and 17th, that would be that Wednesday, Thursday, we're gonna be up there. You signed everybody up for phase 1, 2, and phase 1 and 2 also, or?
Not everybody, no.
Okay, so there will be, Mary Jo will be up there taking it, and then there will be some of us supporting you with the phases. So Tuesday night is phase 1, and then phase 2 will be all day on Wednesday. There's some other meetings in that come into conjunction during that day on Wednesday, but,
I'm going to the pre-conference Wednesday night on AI.
yes, very good.
And I'm going on negotiations.
Okay, and I think I'm planning on through MSBA doing the AI also, so. Yeah, and do look, when you get a chance, at this booklet, there's a lot of different meetings and workshops and all that. Pick some out, we'll get together up there, we'll be together Tuesday night, but on Wednesday, we can maybe pick out who's going to what. I mean, again, we can all go to one, but it's nice to spread it out, and some people, I'm gonna look more at AI, I gotta figure out what that means, you know? I had to figure out what this meant a few years ago too, but, you know, so, no, it's very interesting, as I was at a national conference here last, January, down in Dallas. It's amazing what this AI does, and it's not even started, so, I'm sure we use it at our schools too, so. Also on Wednesday, we all got those nice Albert Lee jackets from Dave Langerud and Lori. Let's wear those, we're working on yours, will be on the way. And have they reached out to you yet? I talked to Dave last week and they're working on, okay, Darcy, good. So we'll get that, what's that? Oh, gee.
You want us to wear it Wednesday?
Yeah, we'll do it Wednesday, yes, yep.
So some people don't have meetings that day, like Angie and Davey and Neil.
Yeah.
Should we do them Thursday?
Yeah, let's do it Thursday. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking that's because that's phase 2 days. So yeah, let's do it Thursday. Yep, that'll be fine. I like to do it early. We're advertising for our search committee, right?
Right.
So, all right, let's see. And we'll get together on Thursday and Friday night. We'll line up something for a get-together for a meal and all that. We'll be in touch.
Yes, Thursday night, I have reservations at the hotel
Okay, good.
at 4:45.
Sounds good. Now, we might have a possibility, Davey may be, finding some time too, and we told him just be in touch with you, so. All right. Yeah,
Friday night, do you?
No,
No, that's, yeah, we leave Friday.
Wednesday and Thursday.
yeah. You don't wanna hang out Friday night? What's the deal? That's right. Baseball clinic. You're right. Yep, Wednesday and Thursday night, correct. Yeah, we'll be done Friday at noon. And the opening speaker on Wednesday is amazing. Mr. Dibble, you'd really like him, he's a music teacher.
See, you're all messed up because you have to be there the whole week.
I have to be there all day, don't I? So it's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Mickey Smith, that's the guy. He's a great guy. I'm on his email list. I don't know if that's good or bad, but yeah, I get there. All right, I think that's what we had, so, yeah,
Arrange for transportation too, I'm sure I'll be driving.
okay. I will be going up, I've gotta be Tuesday at 10 o'clock, so I'll be going up way early, 10 a.m., so. Anybody else driving, or I guess we can funnel rides through however we wanna do it?
Exchange emails and see what we work.
Like I said, if anyone wants to go early and hang out in the downtown Minneapolis, come on along, I'll be driving up, so. All right. That should be, okay. Anything else on the conference? Well, I look forward to seeing us, as many as we can be there. It's always an interesting time, and this will even be a little bit more interesting because we will be networking. So, thanks again. Look forward to a busier year, but I think a fun year for all of us. And I think it's going to be a good year for our district and the community, and that's what we need to focus on and get the kids who are at. Ashley, have you guys talked to Dave at all? Krenz? Good, okay, super, super. Should have checked earlier, but I didn't know I'd be checking earlier, so thank you. All right, I'll look for an emotion to adjourn the meeting. Motion, is there a second? Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose the same. It MSB.